Welcome to Miss Young Tutors. Today's session is focusing on dividing numbers up to 4 digits by up to 2-digit whole numbers using the formal written method. In today's video, we're only going to be looking at short division because you can answer any question with short division as long as you take it carefully and slowly and understand the process. So let's take a look at some questions. Before we get started, you will find these questions mainly in the arithmetic paper, which is your first of the 3 maths papers you will complete. You might find them in the reasoning questions, but they might be written out for you, or they might be just laid out differently instead of giving you the bus stop method. All you have to do is put the numbers into the bus stop method and then answer the questions exactly how you would normally. So let's take a look at the SAT style questions. So here we have 3 bus stop short division questions. We're only looking at 2-digit numbers divided by a 1-digit number at first, just to understand how to do the bus stop method. So question 1, 91 divided by 7. That's what it's asking you. And you might see it written like this, and all you need to do is put the 91 under the bus stop and the 7 next to it. So our first question is, how many 7s go into 9? So we know that if we have one whole lot of 7, and then we've got 2 left over, because the difference between 7 and 9 is 2. So we can put our 1 here, and we need to carry over our 2. And if you're a little bit stuck with your 7s, just write them. So 7, 14, 21. So we can see 3 lots of 7 make 21. So we can put our 3 here. So our answer is 13. Second question. 64 divided by 8. That's what it's asking you. And as we can see, our first digit is smaller than what we are dividing by. We can't divide 6 by 8. So we need to carry over our 6. And we now need to work out what 64 divided by 8 is. And that one's a nice one because 8 times 8 is 64 because I ate and I was sick on the floor. So we know that 8 lots of 8 go into 64. So 64 divided by 8 is 8. Question 3. 72 divided by 4. So we can see that there is only one lot of 4 in 7. So if we were to draw it out, here's my 7 counters. And if I take 4 of them away, and that makes one lot of 4, I've got 3 left over. So we'll put our 1 here and carry over the 3. So now we've got 32 divided by 4. So let's write out our 4 times table. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. And let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 lots of 4 is 32. So 72 divided by 4 is 18. Let's move on to the next questions. Question 4. 90 divided by 5. So how many lots of 5 go into 9? We know that there is one lot of 5 with 4 remaining. So writing out our 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And we can see 5 lots of 8 give us 40. So our answer is 18. Next question. 56 divided by 8. We can already see that 5 is smaller than 8, so we need to carry over our 5 because we can't divide it by anything. You can always put a 0 in there to place value to help you remember, but you don't need to. So now let's write out our 8 times table. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lots of 8 is 56. So our answer is 7. You might not need to use the bus stop method. You could do that in your head if it helps you, especially in the arithmetic, to gain some time back. But it doesn't matter if you do need to, but make sure you are using your times tables to help you. And finally, last one of the 2-digit number. So we've got 84 divided by 6. So how many lots of 6 go into 8? We have 1 with 2 left over. So let's write out our 6 times table. 6, 12, 18, 24. So 6 times 4 is 24. So 4 lots of 6 go into 24. So we can see 14 is our answer. Let's move on to the next questions. So let's give them a go. And they're not written out in the bus stop method, but we can add that into the bus stop method to help you. So let's do that now. So let's draw our bus stop. We put our 3 on the outside and we put our 4-digit number, our first number, on the inside. Okay, here you can see we have got a 4-digit number and we're dividing it by a 1-digit number. We need to use the bus stop method, but because even though it is a 4-digit number, you could use long division, but you don't have to. Just write out your times tables. You might not need to, but if it helps and you've got time, use them. So let's give the first one a go. We've got 1047 divided by 3. So you can see I've put it into my bus stop method. I can see I can't divide 1 by 3. So we now need to change that almost to 10. So 10 divided by 3, our closest number, because we can't go higher, so our closest lowest number is 9. So that's 3 lots of 3, and we've got 1 left over. How many 3s go into 14? So again, you could draw this out as counters like we did before, and then see what you've got left and how many groups. Or you can use your times tables and look which is the closest but smaller than the number if it's not exact. So we can see that is 12. So that's 4 lots of 3. And the difference between 12 and 14 is 2. So now we can see 3 into 27, and we can see 27 is in our 3 times table, and that's 9 lots of 3. So 349. Next question. 2456. So again, say it out loud if you forget which way round the numbers go in the bus stop, and the 4 goes on the outside. So I've written out my 4s already. So 4 into 2 we can't do, so we carry it over. 4 into 24 is here, and that is 6 lots of 4. 4 into 5, our closest is 4. So we've got 1 lot of 4 and 1 left over, because that's the difference between 5 and 4. And then how many 4s into 16? So we've got 16. We can see 16 is in our 4 times table, and that is 4 times. So 614. Next question. 3295 divided by 5. And a good thing about this number, we can see it is going to be divisible because we've got a 5 at the end. If it's got a 5 or a 0, we know that it's definitely going to be a whole number. So 5 into 3 we can't do, so carry that 3 over. 5 into 32, our closest is 30. So that's 6 lots, and we've got 2 left over. 5 into 29 is 25, so that's 5 lots. And we've got 4 left over. So 5 into 45, we can see 45 in our 5 times table because it ends in a 5. And that is 9 lots, so 659. I'm not going to write out my 4s again, I'm just going to change the colour. So 2784 divided by 4. How many 4s go into 2? We can't do, so carry it over. How many 4s into 27? So our closest is 24, so we know that's 6 lots. And the difference between 24 and 27 is 3, so we're carrying that over. 4 into 38, our closest is 36, so that's 9 lots of 4. Difference between 32 and 38 is 2. 4 into 24 is 6. So our answer is 6. Thank you for watching Miss Young Tutors. I hope you now understand dividing numbers up to 4 digits by a 2-digit whole number using the formal written method a little bit more. Again, when you are answering these questions, it doesn't matter what method you really use. Bus stop is preferable, but if you can do them in your head, that is great. But using the bus stop written formal method helps you make sure you don't make any mistakes, because doing it in your head can lead to mistakes. Not always, but sometimes. And especially if you might be in a rush, because these could be some of the last questions in your arithmetic paper, you don't want to be rushing and getting these wrong if you know in yourself that you know the answers. If this video has helped you, please like, subscribe and even leave a comment, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.